I'm keeping the glasses. Hey, I'm live. Wop, wop, wop. I have no idea if it's AI or not. My head itches. Hello, Tree Boy. Hello, Sky. Hello, Triceratops. Hello, Christina Jones. And Yami made it. Yay. I will save the lecture for a minute. I do have my light turned off though, so if it's a little dark, that's why. I don't know if this is AI or not. Is RK Media AI? It's an hour and a half. I wanted to watch this with my emotional support audience. Cause I don't know. I didn't know this was 4 days old. I'm just reading the I'm reading the comments. I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna go over anything we don't already know. So I don't think there's gonna be anything new here. Hello, Bunny Eats Blueberries. Yes. We're not gonna be on forever. But I waited until Scar was done, so mainly because I was watching her. Because I watched Scar. Reaction reviews and moves. Hello, Amanda Hug and Kiss. Hello, Taylor. Hello, Yvonne. It's just Yvonne, isn't it? You don't pronounce the Y. Hello, Sane. Did you like the super secret video? My members. Hello, Quirky. It's your nap time. Ooh, maybe that's what I should have done, is taken a nap. Hello, Saving. Knight, you said you like our case. I should finish setting this up is what I should do. Boop. So we can all see the video. Well, it helps if I click on the right video. I have a start of a headache, so if I'm a little low-key, that's why, but... there we go, that's what I want. It's cutting off my head. This is how big I want it? I want it this big. What I don't want is this stupid... There we go. That's what I didn't want. Come on, YouTube. Why you gotta be like that? Are you gonna go my way? There we go, there's that. I'll do that. Credit where credit's due. I don't know if I've ever watched a video by them, and I only know this exists because somebody brought it up in Kicking Geese's stream this morning or this afternoon while I was driving. So, greetings from I'm gonna say it wrong. Tucson, Arizona. It's Tuscan, goddammit. Oh, you left a suggestion? Yeah, I haven't gotten to all the comments on the super secret members only video. Quirky, you haven't watched any RKH? Well, I mean, they're obviously very popular. So, if you've watched a video of theirs, type 1. Well, thank you for the star, Vanessa. I think that's who sent that. Trying to get caught up here. Can we emotionally support each other? We're an emotional support chat. We're gonna, and we have our emotional support Labubu, who still has their Jack Daniels, so we're good. We're ready for this. Oof. We're ready for whatever this is gonna throw at us. As soon as I can find my mouse, there we go. So. Hey, Cat Whisperer. Thank you for the... Is that a poppy? It just says flower. It's a poppy. Gosh darn it. Hello, Philo. Hello, Frost. Frosty. Yeah, every time. Frosty the Hoe Man. Hello. Who got in here? Hello, Heather Rose. Why was I calling you heathen all time, like yesterday? And you didn't correct me either. That's the best part about it. I called you heathen all night. Hello, Miss Jarla. Who else got in here? Hello, Azazel. Let's head home. It's been a day. It is time for, well, okay. Around me, it's time to go home. So. Hello, a French shrimp. A shrimp fried my rice. I'm already stuttering over my words here. This is gonna be fun. I have snack bars. I am going to probably eat those. As a matter of fact, I am going to eat one of them. So I'll try to keep the mouth noises as far away from the mic as possible. So I think I got everybody. Where did you go, Reviews and Muse? Reaction Muse. Where did you go, Reaction, Reviews, and Muse? You guys know how slow I eat on camera, so this should take me forever. Ducky Bits! It is not. It is just a... It's a Millville fruit and grain bar in raspberry flavor from Aldi. So, I only get the good stuff. Ooh, chicken and gnocchi. I made, Marry Me Chicken. This was last week. I made Marry Me Chicken with gnocchi in it. Is it pronounced gnocchi? I don't know. That's what my partner and I have been pronouncing it like 5 different ways all week. We're like, which way is the right way? It's not hard to get me to stumble over a name. It's really not hard. Oh, shit. All right. Did everybody do if you've watched a video of his, type 1? I've heard it gnocchi. I've heard it gnocchi. I've heard, well, okay. I don't know if I've heard it any other way, to be honest with you. 6-7. That was not an option, Saint Minotaur. You have Aldi baby back ribs in the crock pot. Marry Me Chickpeas? Interesting. Amanda Hug and Kiss has a 1. So nobody's ever watched a RKH video before? Nope, come on. I gotta pull up my my mod space so my mods can yell at me. Mods. You sent a gold coin. Thank you. You guys just sent all these little gifts. Thank you for all the gifts, you guys. Appreciate it. Sorry, I was reading something there real fast. And now I am typing to my mod. Alright, well, so I've never watched this before. I just kind of started watching it, and I skimmed through it a little bit, and I don't know if I want to do a video on it or not. So I thought, let's do a research stream with everybody and see what y'all think. Like I said, the only reason I know it even exists is because someone mentioned it in the Kicking Geese stream, and I guess by right of psychic waves, it got popped up in my recommendations. So, so I put food in my mouth in the middle of a sentence. That's what. I was raised in a barn. So I thought maybe this might be fun to kind of watch together. Mainly to see what they get right and what they get wrong, kind of a thing. Hey, Oliver. You said RKH showed up for the first time in yours yesterday? God. Roz has plenty of crevices for everyone. That is true. We can all fit. I don't care how it's pronounced. Say it my own way. God damn it, Scar. You would show up. I'm eating food. You must show up. The only big thing I saw was that they got the date wrong for We're All Insane podcast. I didn't notice anything else too egregious. All right. Well, you know, we watched one by a different creator, and it was all over the place. That one was pretty bad. I know. I should have known. I opened it. She heard the crinkling of the package as I opened it, and she was like, "No, no, 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 no." All right. Was I speeding? I did. I sped this up. All right. I sped this up so it's at 125. So if it seems a bit fast, that's why. If it's too fast, I'll put it back down to normal. Have I given out all the warnings? I just got live, Bella. It was a pop-up, so we're all like pets, crinkly paper. I know, right? Snacks. So there's that. Oh yes, and K-Buns would like you to know that you all need to behave, and if you start arguing and being mean to each other, even if we like you, you will get a timeout. And you will have to go find you will have to find the corner in the round room. So, just letting you guys know. Well, sweaty crevices is the least of the things that have been mentioned so far. All right.
The internet is a bizarre place. Here you'll find a wide variety of people who make a living out of humiliating themselves, getting involved in drama that does not belong to them, and creating general chaos. Today we're covering one such individual. An individual with possibly the biggest victim complex you can imagine.
All right, slowing it down. Doot, doot, doot. Which is probably not a good sign. Go.
But he's selling a fantasy. You'll be loved here, worshipped like a goddess, but they don't tell you the price that you pay.
He starts exploiting victims of sexual assault for his own financial gain.
There we go.
Before their stories have even been told.
Because I'm not about to freak out on the internet. And I'm not rage quitting, honestly. I'm just protecting myself because I don't want to express how I'm feeling right now on the internet. So I'm okay, but I'm going to go and just be frustrated for a minute. And
she totally rage quit. This was when she was trying to put the laundry basket together.
And talk to my brother about this another day because I can't deal.
Because I've dared to be messy. Because I've dared to be imperfect.
Oh, Amanda, hug and kiss. I am so sorry. I'm laughing in solidarity. I heard all his content is, well, I mean, yeah, probably.
And because I've dared to exist on here as the unhealed version of myself in the past and as the evolving version of myself moving forward.
This is Quirky Love Rosee, one of the newest names starting to circulate in YouTube commentary spaces, especially within what viewers often call the Girl World community. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, Girl World is a term used by commentary viewers to describe a loosely connected space on YouTube where certain creators become long-term topics of discussion. They're
Long-term topics of discussion. I'm gonna take notes on that one. We're not reacting to them. They're just long-term topics of discussion, you guys. Sorry, I like that one. Where'd my pin go? Damn it. I'm not going to remember that. Long-term topics of discussion. God damn it. The voice does sound a little AI-y to me. I've never watched it before. I've never seen an AI video, I don't think. Well, like this. I've seen an AI video, but it was a nightmare, so I didn't know they could do this. Quirky dare poses? Yeah, I mean, I know ChatGPT's voice. I mean, I know ChatGPT's voice because I talk to chat, but
Lives, uploads, and online behavior often get analyzed, reacted to, and broken down by commentary channels, sometimes for years at a time. Some of the most well-known names associated with this space include Amberlynn Reid and Foodie Beauty, both of whom have been heavily covered across reaction channels and deep dive videos for a long time. And now in more recent discussions, Quirky Love Rosee has started to appear in that same conversation. While she may not have the same long-standing history as some of the more established figures in this space, her name has begun showing up more frequently in commentary clips, discussions, and viewer conversations online. That rise in attention is exactly what has pushed her into the wider girl world buzz. For many,
it's got an accent. It's cracking me up. Whatever it is, it's got an accent. It's better than Destiny's. That picture of Chantel. Foodie Beauty. I know, it's got an accent. It's weird. You guys hear a buzz? Was that for me? She wasn't pushed. She clawed her way into girl world. Yeah. RKH media tends to have surface reaction commentary with generalized commentary, which I think is AI overall data info collected, like how Amber's cameo profile is written. And then they just like slap a bunch of clips and shit together. Oh, Rosie's part of Girl World Buzz right now. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she kicked down the door. She Kool-Aid manned her way in, man.
Many viewers, though, there's still a lot of confusion around who she actually is and why she's being talked about in the first place. And honestly speaking, we've seen a lot of commentary on her. Like, a lot. Different commentary channels like Charlie Gold and Zachary Michael have been
You hear it? Zachary Michael. Huh.
heavily covering her. But what we haven't really seen yet is a
By the way, those are the only two commentary channels out there.
proper full-length deep dive that brings everything together in one place and actually breaks down the bigger picture of who she is and why she's being talked about so much. So in today's video, we're going to break it down. What's known, why she's being discussed, and how she fits into this ever-growing commentary ecosystem that continues to evolve around Girl World. So,
all right, I mean, if they've got a script, here, let me say, if they have a script, obviously they're off camera. If they've got a script and all they have to do is read, this very well could be a human being. This is what human beings sounded like before they were AI. He's just good at reading. So it's entirely possible because like that accent's killing me. It's entirely possible. So at least the voice, I'm fence sitting on the voice now because of that accent. I'm not going to say I've never heard one, but I don't know why you'd go through the effort. It does, Miss Jarla. It sounds like Beavis and Butthead's hippie teacher. Oh, shit. But who she is and why won't she go away? Well, because we keep dragging her back, unfortunately. You're Canadian and no one in your region? No, it doesn't sound Canadian to me. It sounds Minnesotan. Or maybe Boston. Baston. There's one or two words he says like a classic Canadian, otherwise his accent is neutral.
So far, Quirky Love Rosee has been known by many different names across the internet. Names like Rosalie Jane, Rosie Sunshine, Quirky Love Rose, just to name a few. She's been known for bragging about her, skills online. She's known for dressing up as a kid in X-rated videos, for being just generally super lazy and entitled.
And I could do what a lot of creators do, which is not even provide exclusive content, just have memberships to get extra support. But I choose to provide extra content. But moving forward, I'm only guaranteeing 2 lives per month. So if I cancel one that week, I cancel it.
She's also
Okay, has she stuck to that yet? Didn't she like immediately turn around and like cancel everything that day? Excuse you, Phoenix Wildfire. All of Canada does have the same accent. South Park's taught me that. Because she dared. That's right, Velo. Hello, String Cheese. Hello, Prez Hens. Don't know your girl's aliases.
known for throwing a pity party for herself every once in a while, or should we say, every single time. And also just lying through her teeth and then acting like she doesn't remember anything.
Just curious, I've been seeing posts circulating that you claimed her.
Oh
What?
my God.
That never happened. Can you forward me the receipts?
I don't think she... Okay, this thing confused me because I've seen the video. I don't think she meant to imply that her mother had passed. That's not the part of this that is fucking bizarro weirdo to me. Everything past this point, that weird fucking fake cry and her the shit that she does, that's the part that annoyed the crap out of me. I don't think she meant to imply that her mother had passed. I think she was maybe her mom had visited and then left again. I don't know. But the script does sound a little AI collected, yeah. I mean, it's a script for sure. She did say it in the past tense, but that doesn't necessarily mean she meant her mom had passed. But regardless, this whole fucking reaction is just like over the damn top. Like, just say, no, that's not what I meant, and move on.
I need to see receipts of that. That did not happen. There's no fucking way. I would never do that. What the fuck?
Hey, Quirky, welcome to the yes, welcome to the membership. Welcome to the interns. Mwahaha. I would never see this point forward. Would I? Would I have done that in a moment of psychosis? Stop it. Just stop. Does she really think this is how human beings act?
Like, what? Would I have done something like that in psychosis?
Over the years, she has reportedly
Yeah, it's the performative reaction that makes it so bad. I don't care. It's just say, no, that's not what I meant, and move on. Don't put on a whole ass Oscar-winning, award-winning performance for me because you're not good at it. And that's what makes everybody think you're lying when you have to play it up like that. That's why everybody's like, oh, you must have really meant that. I mean, I can't like defend you really because that's exactly how you act when you get caught in a lie. So, I mean, I can't really defend you because you're doing your lie behavior. It doesn't mean I think you actually meant that. But anyway. I wouldn't do that. I must have been in psychosis. I'm gonna start using that as my excuse for things now. Get the vapors. How's the vapors?
maintained multiple accounts across different platforms, and contrary to what some might assume, she's actually been present online for quite a long time, dating back
Yay, I get a goat. I get a golden goat. Thank you, Horse and Rider. I like how half of these show up and half of them don't.
as early as
Yeah, exactly, Brandon. Just say, I meant something else. Calm the fuck down. Exactly. Well, that's not what Brandon said, but that's what I read. So, yeah, we're just getting started.
2013 on Instagram and YouTube, and even earlier on platforms like Reddit. It's also on Reddit where she found her first boyfriend, Chris, and her stalker who introduced her to Chatterbait.
The drama of it all. Okay. I very quickly realized I wanted to be with my ex, and we had a lot more in common.
And you met him online too?
Mhm. I met them at this on Reddit.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, my ex,
That's right, Brandon. You're just as victimized. That's right. I misquoted you in real time, too. Mm-hmm. I know this podcast. Hey, Nikki. Yeah, did the stalker introduce her to Chatterbait? I didn't think that's how that one went.
ironically, was like my biggest tipper on the Chatterbait website, but I didn't know that until a little while later.
Chatterbait, do you post pictures?
It's a live site, basically.
So like you would stream?
Yeah.
Over time, this has expanded into a wider history of relationship.
Wasn't she already on Chatterbait? I don't remember. This is why we watch it together. Yeah, I thought her friend got her on the Chatterbait. What's Chatterbait? Nice try, lady. I know, right? She always said it was friends on Reddit, and then he was the biggest tipper. Yeah, I know, even the AI can't work out the timeline. You know, I've never actually tried to do that.
Discussions and internet drama that followers of her content often reference. She's had very problematic relationships online, which she documents in her boring vlogs. She is
Found fiber. Listening to her stories, I always feel like I need a corkboard. I was trying to do that on Canva. I was trying to do a virtual one, and even that doesn't make sense. I pulled it up the other day because I was like, hey, let's see how this went. And I was like, what was I doing here? What does this one mean?
doxed people before as well. Overall,
know,
she's
right,
just
Heather?
a
Yeah.
hypocritical person with extremely bad behavior and a huge victim complex. She
I mean, geez, dude, kind of ease in, jab. Kind of feel bad for her, honestly. Oh, sorry. It's the site. Sorry. That's the name of the site. My bad. I didn't know that was a no-no. Sorry. I know. Sorry, I didn't know. I'm getting it from both ends. I don't. It's the name of the site.
refuses to be treated for her severe eating disorder and calls herself treatment resistant.
Never again.
Yeah, it's about chatting and debating. Right, exactly. That's exactly what happens. Robert's rules and all that.
I'm unfortunately considered
That'll hurt. The apple cider vinegar will hurt.
like treatment resistant.
In many ways, some viewers
Sorry.
even draw comparisons between her and Amberlynn Reed, so much so that she's been dubbed Quirky Lynn Rose. However, before we get
No, that's not a. I mean, yeah, maybe, but I think everybody started calling her Quirky Lynn Rose because her channel initials were QLR. Because it's actually Quirky Lynn Reed. So I think that was more an oopsie on her end because of the initials. Saying, don't give her ideas.
into any of that in detail, it's important to first go back and look at an earlier chapter of her life, one that many comment
Chapter. Did you hear it? Chapter of her life. I don't know. We're putting it at a squirt bottle, apparently. Aimed at me, so. Get the mace. Don't. Yeah, chapter. I love it. I do. I love the accent.
Commentary channels either skip over or only
Because it's only like every like 50th word or so. Anyway, I'll quit pausing so much.
briefly mention, and that's important, not because it proves or disproves anything about her as a person, but because it helps set
Oh, I see. Because I was about to ask where this came from, and I see quirky shit cut off here. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I know how I feel about that, actually. Yeah, and there's nothing. Yeah, I don't like that. Has anybody said anything to them about it? Do they read their comments? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to click on the screen. Yeah, shout out to Quirky Moments. Moments. Hey, look, your stuff's here without any credit. What's the timestamp on that? 5:50. All right, now I really do need a pen. Give me a second here. No, that's the wrong one. Cards. You hush. Charging cord. Day planner. That'll work. Well, no, it won't. You know what? Where's the pen? Where's the pen been? Right here. It's been right here the whole time. I want to hear absolutely nothing from everyone. All right, what did we say this was? 5:50? All right, there we go. If anybody wants to take notes along with me as to who, because I'm sure some of these are going to go past me. If anybody wants to play the take the notes game with me, let me know, and we'll put a comment together with timestamps, and we'll put a timestamp down, and then we'll put people's account name after it. So, yeah, they should credit. Yeah. Yeah, I had a pen in my hand while looking for one. Yeah, I've been there. Been there. But yeah, if anybody catches any other ones, give me the timestamp and the title, not the title, who it came from, and I'll write it down. Quirky's like, I'm on it. Big Bat Nation Patty. Come back here. Yeah. Where did you get the picture? Has Quirky shared this before? What's the take the notes game? Oh, we're gonna try to cite the sources. Cite the sources for them. Cite your sources, RKH.
the foundation for understanding her mindset. Now, that being said, we'd also like to point out something very important,
It's from our magazine articles. Good catch.
especially when talking about Rosee, who consistently uses her past experiences to defend many of her actions. Having a difficult childhood does not automatically give someone a free pass to be a horrible person later in life.
Yeah. Well, LaFay, that's kind of why I wanted to watch it. He has chunks of misinformation. Yeah. Yell that again reminds me of the Anna book. I know. I miss Anna.
At the same time, though, we'd also like to acknowledge that this particular chapter of her story is genuinely disturbing. Most of the
Anna,
information we have regarding Rosee's childhood comes from a viral podcast episode she appeared on only about a month ago called We're All Insane.
Only about a month ago? Okay. You wanna 6:23. We are 6 minutes and 23 seconds into this mofo. You know, I wanted to do a new video, but I really didn't want to do another Rosee video. This will be fine. I have 2 of these bars, and I haven't finished the first one. Quirky says, you know what was about a month ago? My video. And it was very good. Quirky, would you be okay if I reacted to that live sometime? I wanted to clear that with you before I started reacting to those. And it's absolutely positively okay if you say no. I will not be upset, and neither will anyone in the chat. So, especially after this, I will completely understand. The AI has a time machine. It's the Terminator. No! Awesome. Thank you.
The episode itself was titled Groomed into Feederism, and Rosee talks about how she
You block that one, but not the other one. All right. Whatever.
has now left the feederism community. Yes, feederism. For those of you who don't know what that is,
It's not my fault.
feederism is essentially a fetish centered around
I don't know they're going to say these things. It's not my fault. Me?
weight gain. In many cases, it involves people who are attracted to larger individuals.
Attracted. At least we have that. Me, Nikki?
Often referred to as BBW, standing for Big Beautiful Women. On the surface, some people try to frame it as body positivity or self-acceptance, but it goes far beyond that and can become something much darker. There's even
What was that?
acceptance, but it goes far beyond that and can become something much darker.
Oh, it was a transition. Whose video transitioned like that? Name that video. You honestly don't, Miss Anna? No, this isn't Anna's channel. Well, I used to cover Anna, and I just realized I put a post up asking if people wanted me to do like a retro react, and Anna pulled all of her videos. And I still want to do the retro react, but I'm gonna have to go back and get my old video of the retro react and cut out me reacting, or I'm going to have to rewatch my reaction to the video the first time, because the actual video isn't on her channel anymore. So I don't know what I was thinking there, but I mean, it is on my channel. You never got to Anna before she left. She was a lot of fun. String cheese. Well, I'm fence sitting on it. It could be AI. It could be a person reading a script. I mean, there's a reason why those guys who read the movie stuff get paid. They get paid well, and they sound pretty good. Tiny Anna. Oh, you think this is... Oh, that would be funny. Anna's got a deep voice. No, I'm kidding. Psychosis strikes again.
Darker. There's even something known as...
Yeah, okay. I know that's coming up. Did I get it? And then she's going to talk about it. Okay.
the endless victim narratives and everything else that people currently associate with Quirky Love Rosee, we first need to talk about this part of her story. because whether you like her or not, it provides a lot of context for understanding how she became the person that so many people online are talking about today. What started this?
Yeah, well, this is another one. So these came out of the magazine, though. That's quirky. That's quirky. Rosee, that's Rosee.
This whole spiral into a darker place began when Rosee was much younger. Rose, born Rosalind Jean in rural Georgia in November.
Rosalind Jean. I suppose there is a conversation to be had about blurring faces, especially of non-related individuals in the pictures. Especially children. So, I mean, if I were putting it together, I would probably put something over it. I don't know if I would have blurred out the mom's face, though. I would definitely have gotten the kids, but I don't know if it would occur to me to do the mom's face, to be perfectly honest with you. Especially since those pictures came out of a magazine article, which means they're pictures that Rosee submitted to the article. So Rosee herself submitted the pictures. That's not... I would still blur the kids, but Rosee's the one that handed those pictures over to the article to use. So I guess in theory there was permission given, but not by everyone in the picture. But I mean, there's a good argument to be had there. But we don't know if Mama Lynn did give her permission, and we don't know if she even knows that picture is even on there, knowing Rosee. So, I guess suppose... See, I don't use a lot of pictures like that, so I don't usually have to worry about it. I guess that's where I'm at with that one. But I guess if I were to use something like that, probably I'd ask my editor, because I don't know how to do it. I'd probably ask my editor to do it, if my editor didn't bring it up themselves. So, but I guess it doesn't dawn on me to do it for adults, because we don't have privacy laws like that here in the States. So, I mean, theoretically, I don't have to blur the kids either. It's just weird. So, but there was another shout out to Quirky. I didn't write the time down. Where are we at? That would have been 8. Anyway.
November of 1991, is currently around 34 years old. Now, one thing you'll notice when you start looking into Rose is that she talks about her mental health conditions a lot. According to her, she's been diagnosed with pretty much every condition under the sun.
That's not entirely true. Not everything.
ADHD, bipolar disorder, autism, PTSD, CPTSD, you name it. And none of this is based on speculation from commentary channels. These are things Rose herself has talked about publicly over the years on her social media accounts and YouTube channel, which currently sits at almost 51.9 thousand subscribers. Now, Rosalind grew up in a Mormon family, and her parents were reportedly very religious.
Hey, Andrea. Hello. Did I get Southern Bonita? Hello, people who snuck in while I was having a rant. They tried to diagnose her with a personality disorder, Fallen, but then she left. Hey, Gunnarat, haven't seen you in a minute. Bank. I don't know how to read the rest of that. Things Rosee has relied about on her channel. Yeah, well. Was there a rant? Yes, there was escape. You weren't paying attention.
Her mother, Tammy, honestly deserves an entire section of this video on her own. So,
see, that's something I wouldn't do. I'm like a 5-year-old. It's okay. I said hi. See, that's what you get for sneaking in, though, Fallen. Hello, Miss King of Anything. Hello, Sigma Alpha. I know she's said her family's names out loud on her own channel. I know she's done it. Hell, her own name is out there. I don't like using their names, though. That's why I would rather say, I did say Mama Lynn, didn't I? I mean, I'd rather use their nicknames like Creeppaw and Meemaw. I would just rather do that. And I know she hates it that we use nicknames for her family members, but I don't think she understands that it's kind of protective. Because she's an idiot. So for me, I would just rather use the nicknames than use their actual names. So that's a thing for me, though. But the problem with that statement is, she herself has put everyone's names out there. So, have people been yelling at me and I've been missing it? So, since she's the one that has put those names out there, it's out there, she can't cry about it. So, because she did it to her. It's like everything else. She did it to herself. Creepaw is a funny nickname. I can't take credit for that one. I can't take credit for any of them.
So we're not going to spend too much time on her just yet. Just know that Rosee has repeatedly accused her mother of being extremely difficult and at times outright horrible to her growing up. According to Rose, when she was a kid, her dad caught her looking at inappropriate pictures online. Instead of having a discussion with her about it, she claims he simply handed her a card related to conversion therapy.
I hadn't come out in any way. I didn't end up coming out till I was 27, by the way.
Isn't this one version? Aren't there several versions of this?
Like fully. But he hands it to me, and it was a conversion therapy card for a conversion therapist.
But things would get much darker than that. In a recent appearance on the We're All Insane podcast,
it's not recent, dude. That right there tells me you didn't do enough research. Because it wasn't recent. There's multiple quote-unquote conversion stories, and that probably should have been mentioned. Andrea, you coined Creepaw. Well, it's a good one. Thank you for that. Her father, I think you mean her father himself, has said that this is a lie and told her to retract the statement in a live stream. So there you go. Thought she is Rosee. I don't remember, to be perfectly honest with you, Miss Connie. Scar uses Creepaw a lot. That's where I heard it, so God only knows where these things get started. Moz is a good one. I don't like Moz as much as I like Meemaw because it goes along with Creepaw. Meemaw and Creepaw. So that's why I keep using Meemaw. All right, we get it. You're a doorbell. I don't need to know every freaking person that's at my door. Thank you. Jiminy Christmas, I forget about that damn thing.
Rose spoke about being sexually assaulted as a child by a cousin who had been staying with the family for several months.
I guess I'll start with childhood. I was born into a Mormon family.
The problem is I've heard this podcast so many fucking times now.
I was raised Mormon. I left the church when I was 18. We can get to that in a minute. But when I was a lot younger, we lived in Michigan. That's where I was born. And
damn neighbors.
Essentially I was when I was 6 years old. And that's kind of the foundation of what ended up turning into my CPTSD, which is basically the same thing as PTSD, but complex. So there's
It's so complex, you guys. I bet you couldn't figure out what the C meant that goes in front of the PTSD.
Some more added symptoms to it, and it's generally towards people who either have like extreme early childhood trauma, most commonly sexual trauma.
According to Rose, this experience triggered a lot of long-term issues for her. She says it contributed to her CPSD and that she began using food.
Contributed to her what? I know the closed captions got CPTSD, but I don't think that's what he said. So if this is a script, because you can manually enter closed captions. So if you're running off a script, you can just upload the script as your CC. Which means if you're mispronouncing things, it's still going to have the right word. But mispronunciations can happen with AI too, which is actually kind of one of the tells, but I don't know. That one came out wrong. I think Rosie's dad uses pawpaw. Yeah. Does he? Well, he's creepaw now. What format does the CC take? I've always wondered. I don't know. I don't use it. Allie. Quick, get Allie some bubble gum.
As a coping mechanism afterward, which unfortunately is not an uncommon response to trauma. As a result, she started gaining weight, and with that came another problem, bullying. A lot of bullying. According to Rose, she was constantly targeted at school because of her size. She claims that students would draw pictures of her and post them around the hallways. In one particularly humiliating incident, she says another student even pulled her pants down in front of other people.
And in middle school and high school, I was relentlessly bullied, and to the point of like pretty much not pretty much everybody knew who I was, but it wasn't for like a good reason. It was like I was the butt of every fat joke. There was maybe only one other kid there who was even like remotely as big as I was. Because, I was molested, and at the age of 6, I started gaining weight at the age of 7 because
Sorry, I'm not laughing at her story. I'm laughing at my mod. That was bad timing. Bullying via Labubus, yes. Kara says, bullying is awful, but you were a teen. By 34, you should have maybe therapied about... She hasn't gotten over her friend from high school stealing her boyfriend at the time. She's not over that. She's never getting... And I mean, bullying sucks. So, it can be very... Depending on how bad it was, it can be pretty traumatizing, to use that word. But there's a little part of me, and I know I'm not the only person that thinks this, but there's a little part of me that just wonders, like, what were you like? What were you like in high school, though? She goes to therapy to gossip. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she even goes to therapy, to be honest with you. I think she's gone to therapy. I don't think she's gone to therapy. I think she probably went to therapy when she was a kid and she was made to go to therapy. But I don't think she's really done therapy much as an adult. Right? Because everything she says, you can learn from a book. You can read on an article. She doesn't say anything deep. She doesn't say anything transformative. She doesn't talk like I know she likes to say, oh, I've done the work. She doesn't talk like she has. And I think she's like Amber. I don't think she's really gone to therapy at all since we've been watching her, and definitely not as, an older adult. So I don't believe it. Like I said, all the words that she uses and all the phrases that she uses, all the psycho speech she uses, you can learn that from books and on the internet. Yeah, like Brandon says, there's enough Reddit threads that have compiled enough resources where she feels like she's an expert. Yeah, exactly. So Um, cat whisper. She had it coming. See, you had a good teacher. You had a good principal there. I think I never somehow I made it through school without ever actually getting into a fist fight. So I don't know how I managed that, but I did. So I wouldn't know.
I didn't remember the event of like my mom walking in on anything, because what she walked into was just like the beginnings of something. So they didn't have a full understanding of what he had actually done to me in that time. And I didn't tell anybody until I was like 16, and I told a friend, and then I didn't tell my parents or a therapist until I was 18.
But your mom walked in on it. Whatever.
Okay.
And so
I never caught that one. Okay.
pretty much my entire childhood was literally and metaphorically shoveling everything that I could.
So yeah, school was apparently
Wait, what? Why are we raffling a fight with me? What? What just happened here? Stop it! Stop it! Oh yeah, I don't not believe she was bullied. Ward Girl says, I can believe that she was bullied, but a lot of her examples sound too cinematic. Like drawings and postings and pictures around the school. Yeah. Hello, Emily. I didn't want to say that, but yeah. I do kind of feel that way. Hey, clever nickname. The stories never made sense. Yeah. The poltergeist. Oh, yeah. I remember. I can fight you, but as a warning, I will definitely cry. Perfect. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's why I kind of backed out of that one. I was like, wait a minute, but yeah, okay, no, never mind. Never freaking mind.
pretty horrible for her. And honestly, this is one of the parts of Rose's story that we don't find particularly hard to believe. Whatever your opinion on her today, it's no secret that overweight kids often become easy targets for bullying.
So why do we keep bringing it up, to be honest? I don't think there's anybody in the actual community that, regardless of what the story really is, I don't think there's anybody in the community that doesn't believe something happened. I mean, I don't think there's anybody in the community that doesn't believe she was bullied. So why do we keep bringing it up? Like, does it really fucking matter? We know she was bullied. We know something happened, and we know she lies. So there's no point in bringing it up to keep bringing it up. Now, the shit she says as an adult, that's a whole other thing. But the childhood stuff, I mean, we don't really need to keep rehashing it.
School can be brutal, and if even half of what Rose describes is accurate, it's not difficult to see how those experiences could leave lasting scars. All of this would eventually lead Rose down a very dark path. According to her own account, she became
a sad disco ball. You guys are talking.
Extremely disconnected from relationships and religion. Growing up in a household where sex was rarely discussed, she says she ended up internalizing a lot of what had happened to her and began blaming herself for experiences that were never her fault to begin with.
And feeling like a constant failure, and being Mormon and feeling like that because of what my cousin had done to me, that I was somehow less pure, that I was no longer innocent, that I was of the devil, that there was evil in me. Like these narratives that I formed in my head.
Yes, Emily, I believe they are. And we're 12 minutes in. We probably won't make it through the whole thing. Oh, my timer timed out. When did that happen? Oops. Oopsies. Oopsie doodles. Hey, Lat Crab Life.
Because I was too scared to talk about what had happened. And being like 14 and being interviewed by the bishop and being asked really inappropriate questions about my chastity and having to like, am I lying to him? Because it's not like I chose to do anything.
All right. Take my own advice here. So now we're up into the R fat people. We already know that this the RKH thinks that this podcast happened last month. Apparently, I was unaware of that. I was unaware that this happened last month. I bet all of you are surprised by that information too. This is Weed Bump. We have our own little Weed Bump. She's going on about the farms and about r/fat people hate. And her talking about being autistic. And then the one story about the BBW. Why is he using the crying on the toilet story?
Year old, like almost 400-pound, if not 400-pound response was, wait, people actually like fat people, which is the saddest thing ever.
Yeah.
Now, up until that point, most of her experiences surrounding her weight had been negative. People mocked her for it, bullied her for it, and made her feel ashamed of it. But suddenly, there were people who weren't insulting her for being overweight. Instead, they were praising her. To someone who had spent years being ridiculed, that kind of attention was understandably appealing.
Thank you,
However,
Vanessa.
according to Rose, what she didn't fully realize at the time was that some of that praise came with strings attached. Many people within the
They didn't tell her the price she would have to pay. This is the crying in the bathroom thing. And unless RKH Media camped out in Quirky's Insta stories, which I highly doubt. I mean, maybe they did. Only 2 creators uploaded this. So you got it from one of 2 sources. And I don't see either of them. I can't tell which one posted it, so because of the way it's been cropped. But it was either Strange or it was Nikki. So, and it was probably Nikki. So Anna's not here anymore. I don't think we should be going after Anna's new job. I think just leave her alone. Anna's out. Let her be out. I saw that cynical dude had did a video talking about it, and I didn't watch it because I don't care. Anna's not part of the world right now, so she wants to come back and she wants to start making videos again. She wants to come back and start doing clothing hauls or whatnot. I will totally start reacting to her again, but I don't want to go after her IRL like that. But yes, this is either Strange or Nikki, and I'm pretty sure it's probably Nikki, because Nikki's on top of Quirky's Insta stories. So yeah, just let Anna live her life. I know what she's doing, and I think it's bizarre, but it's Anna. Let it happen. It's fine. So yeah, exactly. I don't like Anna, but the best thing for her to do is to stay offline. Exactly. And that's what she did. We kept telling her, log off. So she did. All right. She took our advice.
These communities weren't necessarily encouraging healthier habits or genuine self-acceptance. Instead, they were encouraging her to continue gaining weight and leading further into behaviors that were already harming her. And honestly, this is where things get complicated.
You blank out that word? Taylor says a lot of people believe they don't have to credit archive channels because it's not their original content. I agree with the last half of that. I know that a lot of people don't think they need to credit anybody. And I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, you don't. But it's rude, for one. The guy was cutting things out of Quirky's videos. Quirky spent a lot of time on those videos. That's not archival. That's not archival work. I suppose if you're going to yank things off of an archive channel, I guess you have an argument there. It's just, I want to say professional courtesy to cite your sources in Girl World like that. But it also kind of shows the chain of custody of where you got the things from, because sometimes it matters. And it just shows that you're not an asshole. So, because if you're willing to make an entire video where you're not citing your sources, even though they're coming off an archive channel, and you're chopping things out of other people's videos without citing those sources. I mean, I've done that. I've used other people's videos because it's the only place I can find a clip I want to talk about. But I always link the video in the description, and I always mention what video it came out of, because it's not my video, and I'm borrowing that information. Well, I'm not borrowing, I'm straight up taking it, but I'm using that information because I can't find it anywhere else. So, but I've always, unless I've completely spaced it once or twice, I've always linked videos in the description, and I've always said where I've gotten the clip from. So it's just rude. Yeah, Pres Hens. I try not to use clips from other channels unless they were moments that I happened to capture while I was watching on my phone. But I never go into a video with a premise of using a video sans credit. Yeah, I mean, I don't do it a lot. And sometimes, like another creator will make a really good point, and I'll want to use that in the video. So I don't do it a ton, but if you're gonna do that kind of stuff, you should at least credit people. It's the least you can do. You know, he's mentioned Charlie Gold a lot. I bet, well, Charlie and ZM, I bet a lot of this is being pulled from their content too.
Because there is a huge difference between body positivity and feederism. Most people advocating for body positivity are talking about self-worth and treating people with respect regardless of their size. Feederism, on the
I can't anticipate it.
other hand, can involve actively encouraging unhealthy behaviors for personal gratification. There are even extreme forms of it that many people find deeply disturbing. We're not going to spend too much time discussing those aspects in this video because, frankly, the topic can get very dark very
Yeah, so quit bringing it up.
quickly and maybe upsetting for some viewers. But getting back to Rose, Reddit was also where she met a man who had become a major figure in her story. According to her, this individual introduced her even deeper into BBW spaces, feeder communities, and various websites centered around that culture. Over time, the relationship allegedly became increasingly unhealthy. Rose claims that after gaining access to personal information in parts of her online life,
We got to see half of these show up and half of them don't. Thank you for the sunshine fallen. And my phone just unmuted itself, so let's just take care of that now. Doo-doo. Hey, Amber's in a phase 1 again. It's on TikTok, but she's in a phase 1 again. If it lasts for more than like 2 TikToks, I hope to react to it. Amber content.
the man eventually began threatening and blackmailing her.
I don't have any proof to this, but I believe the blackmailing was done by my stalker.
Okay. How old were you at this point?
I would say I was roughly 23, maybe
Okay.
22.
I can't. I can't listen to it anymore. All right, there's the fade out.
By this point, she was heavily involved in various feederism-related
God damn you. Oh, well.
communities and platforms, including websites and live streaming services where users created content and interacted with others interested in the same niche.
Is it niche or neat? Well, okay. Never mind. I guess it's niche. Not gonna lie, I'm just kind of skipping it now. I mean, lots of people have pulled heavily from this, so
Won't pay for it. So I signed it. And what I signed was an involuntary hold.
Now, this was around the
Oh yeah, that story. More than one person has gone in and proven that there's no way in hell she signed an involuntary hold. And who recently did it? Did a really good job on it too. Half fudge. Who did that? It's been a minute since I watched it though. But they basically walked you through what the documents are. Was it a video? Or was I watching somebody? I don't know. They did a really good job of walking you through what she would have signed to be in there anyway. And at no point was involuntary hold even an option. So, was it quirky? There we go. Well, there you go. Sigma Alpha Beta says you can't sign yourself in involuntary. Well, yeah, that's kind of it's in the name. Good job, Quirky. I really enjoyed it. You did a good job there. You need to clip that, make a short out of it, because it's like, So, that's funny. It's in my head. I was like, I just watched it. Whose video was that? Oh, shit. What are we doing here? You're just going to keep using the Fifi word as often as humanly possible. This story, the going to Indiana to visit her family and then getting blackmailed into going to see the other guy. Just tell him no. Sigma Alpha Beta. Yeah, well, Roz went into the psych ward for snack time, karaoke, and coloring, okay? Roz can't log off, no. She made it, what, 3 months? The biggest loser. Who's got this copy? Oh, no, it's Quirky's. He left your whole name on this time.
As incredibly lazy, fat, stupid. That's just how I'm perceived, and I want to change that.
Did you capture it, like, in the dark through a stereoscope? The fuck, dude?
I want to change that. I'm sick of it, because I'm not. I'm not lazy, and I'm not stupid. I am anything but stupid. I was diagnosed by...
Okay. I'm not trying to be a dick here, but it's going to come off that way, so just prefacing that. Rosee is incredibly worried about how people perceive her intelligence. And I've picked up on that right now, but I've been muddling that one around since the whole what was it? What are you doing with your college education, Mr. Degree, or something like that? And then she said something about her little, oh, I've got dyslexia. And then she's like, I'm not stupid. And it's like, okay. Or she says something like, I think my intelligence is pretty clear. And then when she did go in for her assessment, her autism assessment, she was quick to share her IQ results. And then she immediately started making excuses for why they weren't as high as she wanted them to be. And okay, first off, it's subjective. Secondly, it is what it is, bae. But she is as obsessed with people perceiving her intelligence as being high as to bring Anna up, as Anna was obsessed with people perceiving her as being physically strong. Right? Anna wanted to be perceived as physically strong so badly that she started doing strong woman. There's not really a mental version of strong woman. There are some mental they're like memory exercises, the memory competitions. There are those out there. I don't think Rosee, you'd have to travel for that a lot, and I don't think Rosee would be up for that. But again, that's not a show of intelligence. It's a trick of memory, which, I mean, some people do attribute to intelligence, but it's really just a trick of memory. Sorry, I've been ignoring the and I don't typically use stupid as a word. I think I have a few times. I'm not going to pretend like I haven't. I'm pretty sure I've said it on camera, so. But usually only after I'm either flabbergasted or pissed. Don't worry, Allie. We perceive you as a menace. But it just clicked today. It just clicked right now that she's just incredibly worried about how people perceive her intelligence. Emily says, I score pretty low on IQ tests. You have AUDHD. Yeah. And dyscalculia. You're not slow. You just got to do it differently. Learn another language, read more, learn how to paint, do logic puzzles. It improves accuracy a wee bit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, IQ tests are subjective anyway. So, stupid is a bad word. Stupid is a bad word, but I know I've said it. So, but I try not to call people that, and I try not to insinuate that someone. And when I see people say it in the chat, I'm like, you're not stupid. You're just different. Like 90% of the time, you guys are like, I feel stupid because I've got XYZ diagnosis. And it's like, that doesn't make you stupid. It just means you got to do it differently. And that's not stupidity. But like, she is so worried about it. It kills me. And I'm just kind of like, what could you, I mean, I guess it's like what you say, you do logic puzzles, you learn a language, you pick up chess, you start learning Go, Yes, reading is good for her, I guess, if she really is interested in the philosophies that she claims she's interested in. Learning about those would be good for her if books is good for the brain. But she's so, because she's also incredibly threatened by people who have a degree. Like if she knows you have a degree, she seems to be she seems to admire it, and B, she seems threatened by it at the same time. So maybe it's cluster B. IQ tests measure their own ability to measure a person's intelligence. Yeah, exactly. So exactly. Nikki says the Biggest Loser archive is yours. Well, it probably is. He's pulling it out of Quirky's video. So I know he pulled something else of yours out though. And you'll probably see more of your stuff too. So, and did he credit a single person? Nope. I like here, at least he has the whole thing. He's been cutting most of Quirky's name out. Hey, Andrew. Oh, welcome to the undergrads. Mwahaha. She puts a lot of stock into titles, which is why she seeks a diagnosis for herself and is intimidated by the degreed smarties that engage her. Look, man, all my degree tells you is that for some weird ass reason, I decided to go for school for 8 more years and spend a lot of money on a piece of paper. Yeah. Let's do let's go till 7. That gives us 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna let you guys disperse back into the darkness from whence you came. It's just Morgan. You just showed up. Hi. I'm not very book smart, but street smart. Yeah, gas station logic. I mean, you can take a book smart person and, hey, so slightly, and, throw them out in any other environment, and they're not going to do very well. Slither back into the shadows. All right, I'm not really watching this at this point. Now, see, this is all when she was doing the Biggest Loser thing, has she gotten that bipolar diagnosis reversed yet? Yeah. I got that one, and I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. They don't have pictures, though. That came out wrong. There's plenty of video. I don't have the one Nikki was looking for, unfortunately. Much of her being or made what?
Unavailable. Over time, Rose also became associated with online fat acceptance and body positivity spaces.
Body positivity.
Where she found a community of people who shared many of her views. Her primary platform for reaching audiences during this period was Instagram, where she eventually built a sizable following. According to Rose, she struggles with binge eating disorder.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is why you get the silent treatment, RKH.
Talk about my diagnoses in the past. I am clinically diagnosed with ADHD, CPTSD, MDD, diabetes. I am in pursuit of my autism diagnosis. I'm scheduled to start the process in the beginning of November.
I mean, look at that smug smile in the end. Like she's almost proud of having all these diagnoses. Because, let's be honest, this is her shield. And that's where much of the controversy surrounding her comes from. At her heaviest, Rose is publicly discussed weighing close to 550 pounds, and many viewers have expressed concern about her health over the years, but she's often reacted negatively to criticism.
He reacted. I think it's a person. I think it's a person reading a script. Now, who wrote the script? Who wrote that script? Hey, but I think that's a person reading. My body is changing. Ah, shit. When did we go live? It was a surprise live. I wanted to watch this, and I'm kind of glad I have you guys here. It can have dialects and accents. Yeah, you're right, Miss Charla. Oh yeah, I mean the script can easily be written by an AI and have somebody reading it. So, no, it's not. I don't want this to be an AI with an accent. The accent's killing me. I love it. The obesity, yeah. Have you been diagnosed with obesity? I didn't know my yeah, what did she say? I didn't know my therapist was in the chat. Emily, yeah. You don't know what works. If you did, it would have happened.
Criticism or unsolicited advice regarding weight loss, dieting, or treatment. Rose has developed a reputation for blocking people, arguing.
It's her channel. If you don't want people to be able to watch you, go ahead and block them, I guess. Do you, man.
With critics or pushing back strongly against discussions about her weight. And honestly, that's one of the recurring
I didn't know my psychiatrist was on here yet.
Themes you'll notice throughout her online career.
It's just so interesting to me how people who spend their free time watching people on the internet that they despise and want to bully and talk shit about try to moral grandstand over stupid shit.
Like how you do to Amberlynn and Foodie and, well, mostly Amberlynn and Foodie. But now you're going to probably start doing it to Zio and, people in the LCU. She would absolutely love to have her therapist in the chat. Yeah. I love when cats puff up like that.
I'll never get it. Like,
I mean, it's kind of funny that she's saying she'll never get people who hate on other creators, but she has literally admitted to being on hate forums.
At least they're calling it out. He's a cat named Pigeon. That's amazing. Put on bra.
She's made posts about Trish DePatis and Amber.
Okay, never mind. It's an AI. I didn't want it to be. I liked the accent.
Than herself, and even talked badly about reaction channels.
Badly. I don't feel so bad laughing about the accent then. Trish DePatis. I know, right? Never mind. Never mind. But it means I can laugh at the accent and not feel bad, though. You have a dog named Maple Syrup and Flapjack, yeah. I try not to think on her autism narrative being neurospicy is in a long line of neurospicy people. Her autism nonsense makes me, yeah, it makes a lot of people irate. Trisha the Patis. I think it was DePatis. I don't know. It was not right. It was clearly not right. She is Trish DePatis. Da birds, DePatis. Oh shit. I have a Minnesota accent on some words. Is that good enough? Yes. As long as you don't mind me giggling. Because I will. Your cat's name is Tater Tot? That's awesome. My cats all have very dignified names, but you know. I do love a good goofy name. It's still funny who programs this stuff. I don't know. The AI voices are getting a lot better. You're from the deep south, so. All right. We got 10 minutes. So. Yeah, my cats all have like passably people names. Except for Icthirnir. Every time we take him to the vet, they're like, and what's this one's name? And I'm like, that's Icthirnir. And they're like, does he have a shortened version? I'm like, yes, we just called him Iki. Okay. I need a safe space right now. Why does she think the internet is a safe space? I don't understand. What is this? I mean, I could turn it on and go back and look, but I don't think it's anything new. But that does... Aw, thank you, bored girl, for the sun. Here comes the sun. Okay, who's that? I didn't need to know what he looked like. He's spending a lot of time. God, that interview between the two, her interviewing him, actually, I take that back. The interview itself was just awful to watch. It was horrible to watch. I was gaslit. When's this from? I hate how Instagram can't just put the goddamn date there. April 20, 2020. I was tired. Rosie's default presence on the internet has been one of a sugar baby. Yeah. So she's used to being COD as her default. She doesn't expect to get pushback and be told that she's wrong and not make money. Right. Was that the BBW interview? Yeah. Instagram's like 4,374 weeks ago. Thanks. That's very helpful. Yeah. She was eating it up, though, getting interviewed by him. Well, we see how you did your search. So, good job there. See, I don't watch a Beast to Beast, but it's good that I guess he was paying attention. Yeah, Mammy Bell, it does explain her wish list and why she's upset when she gets pushed back. She, it might have been one of you that mentioned it in another chat that she acts like a sugar baby or like she's looking for a sugar daddy. And I mean, I guess Remy's okay playing that part, but when she was young and hot, it's easier to attract the guys. I mean, even if you are doing the BBW thing, they want you young and hot. I think Stefan proved that. And not to be rude, but I know I keep telling you guys not to panic in your 30s, but guys who are like that, shallow like that, yeah, they start to perceive you as being used goods in your 30s. And those people, you don't want those people, so don't worry about them. Your 30s are fine. Those people need to go stand in a corner. But if that's all you've known, if that's your only way of surviving is moving from sugar daddy to sugar daddy, and you're the two things that make you attractive to them was your youth and your lip smacking joy online. All she's got left now is her lip smacking joy. And because I'm sorry, her looks aren't holding up. Look, man. I want to be bads. Mr. Pickles is a great name for a cat. Mr. Pickles is a great name for any animal. Well, I mean, I'm a broke cougar. Yeah, I can't be a sugar mama either. What was that uncomfortable lens? I loved hitting 35. Yeah, your 30s are good. You're going to have a lot of fun in your 30s. Most of you will have a lot of fun in your 30s. But that's the problem. Like, Rosee still has the mentality of being in her 30s. I'm guessing this is from Nikki too, just because of the CC's in the way, but this usually pops up in Nikki's. But like, you know, oh, you're literally broken. Sorry, my bad. That's funny. Flow state. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Where did it go? Well, thank you for the flow states. We will be flowing in our states here in a minute. Yeah, it looks like Nikki's. Fairy Pigeon, thank you for sending that. Your 30s typically are better than your 20s, but, you know. All right, so... Oh, Southern Bonita has been a member for 9 months. Thank you. Well, I'm glad you guys, joined me for this little pop-up. I'm glad I didn't watch this by myself. So, yeah. This thing was... How is this channel so popular? And why do they have so many, like... The comments are not bad. Not that I think people should attack them. I'm not saying that at all. Please don't go do that. But, like... Nobody's making any comments at all about things being off. Now, do they curate their comment section? So that very well may be. because they've only got 152 comments and they've got 125K subscribers. So that ratio is kind of low, in my opinion. So bots, yeah. Well, I think just kind of now that I've done that little tip is I think they're curating. So there's that. Yeah, Nikki's there. All right. Nikki says we're all in same podcast. It was 3 years ago, not last month. As people are responding. I guess that's the only one. Yeah, if I were you, Corky, if you're still in here, because I didn't sit and watch this whole thing. I would put, now keeping in mind if they're curating, there's a good chance they'll delete your video. There it is. What is it? Ice cream? But anyway, there's a good chance they'll probably delete your comment, so type it up and save it somewhere so that you can just keep pasting it. But I didn't tell you anything like that. But if I were you, I'd go in there and just timestamp everything and just put it, say, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. It's not a copyright claim or anything. I wouldn't try doing something like that because that's just going to cause needless drama. But I'd go over there and do that just to get, you deserve the shout out. Nikki's stuff deserves a shout out. Whoever else he pulled shit from, it's just polite. It's just polite, god damn it. Cite your sources. Curating the comment section, somebody's going in and deleting comments they don't like. And it's their channel, they're allowed to do that. And anyone's allowed to remove any comment you want. It's your channel. But you get comment sections that look like this, where it's all ass kissing, and you've only got 152 comments and you've got 125K subscribers. So you should have more comments than that. So they probably do, but someone's in there curating. So yeah, I wouldn't do the copyright thing, honestly. It's just going to create drama. And also, I don't think you can copyright anything that you put up on YouTube anyway. So I don't fucking know. But I wouldn't do it. But I would definitely, if I posted that comment and it got taken down, I would totally cut, copy, and paste it back on there again until they quit deleting it. That's fair. Why are we watching this? We were watching it because it got mentioned. All right, I do need to wrap up, but we watched this video because it got mentioned in, yep, it sure did. It got mentioned in Kicking Geese's live, which I was watching earlier today. Kicking Geese wasn't watching it. She was watching something else, but someone asked her what she thought of the video. And she was like, oh, I'll have to go watch it later. Excuse me. And then when I started doing my stuff on the internet, when I got home, it got recommended to me. So I was like, oh, this is that video that got mentioned, because I asked about it and I didn't get an answer. And I was like, cool, I don't have to go. I don't have to look for it. So I was like, okay. And then I started playing it a little bit. And I saw that it was an hour and a half, and I was like, man, this is going to be long. And I thought, well, maybe it might be fun to do a little research stream kind of a thing with you guys and see if it's something that I even want to react to. And it's not. So there's that. But So I gave my mods a heart attack, and then I decided to go live. So that's why we're watching it. Hey, there you are. Oh no, you just got here kicking keys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so that's why we watched it. So if you want to watch it, go back to the beginning. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, everybody who's coming in right now. This is why we bully. Yeah, probably. This is exactly why my mods bully me. This is why they bully me into buying Labubus. My adorable. I think he's cute. Adorable little Labubu. So my end. I'm even more upset now because I was like, what a cool accent. Yeah, I'm even more upset now that I know it's just an AI. I was like, at least it could be somebody reading a script, but it's not. So, yeah. The really like kind of shitty part, about this is I don't, even if you fight it, the people who are in this, even if you fight it, I don't really know if anything will come of it because I don't know if YouTube would care because it does maybe fall under transformative. I don't know. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass. But that's the only thing that would make sense because this channel, if this is what they do for all of their videos, they've had to have had people strike and claim things before, right? And they're still here and they've got a huge following, which they might have purchased. That might be purchased. So they're doing something that allows them to evade it or get around it. You know? I don't know. My point is I think the shitty part of this is this is okay by YouTube standards. This video is okay by YouTube standards. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I know now not to come over here to RKH, and I would rather watch Quirky's videos anyway because they're well put together. I know I have to go home. I know. So thank you everybody who came over here. I really appreciate it. If you've made it this far, put a television. Sure. Put a television down. There's got to be a television emoji, right? Yeah, it's Mooch. Hi, bye. Sorry. But yeah, thank you everybody for doing this with me. Thanks for sitting in the dark with me. Thanks for putting up with it. And yeah, we will not be reacting to this video any further than this. I know you have it. I'm leaving. Bye.